What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ray, back with another episode of Super Mario Strikers. We have two games left in this cup, and we're undefeated. We're 5-0, but Wario is hot on our tail. Um, and that's right, Wario got a point because his loss wasn't sudden death, and that was to us. So, yeah, we gotta beat Yoshi. Because if we lose to Yoshi and Wario wins, Wario takes first place with one game left. So, yeah, let's get right into it. I wonder what goes into the alignment. Sometimes I'm on the left side, sometimes on the right side. I wonder why that is. Um, yeah, in this episode we're going to talk about symmetry. No, we're not. Um, damn, what are we going to talk about? I think the great thing is that if I have nothing to speak about, like if my mind just goes blank, I could just commentate the game. But like I don't know. I definitely want to do an episode where like I'm like in full sports commentator mode, and it wouldn't be like a well, it wouldn't be like a long term thing or like a thing that I do all the time. It might just be like a one off, but like I want to try it. I would do like a CPU versus CPU thing, with the computer. um, have like CPUs play each other, and then like I commentate over that. That'd be kind of cool. Probably do that like in some kind of sports game. Which one? Not sure. Probably honestly a baseball one. I'm more well versed in baseball. Um, I would say it's a sport I'm most knowledgeable on. It's my favorite sport too. Um, so yeah, but that's something thing way down in the future. For the here and now, just focusing on. Wait, which way is our? Okay, I'm bugging. I was like, where's our goal? The colors. Now Yoshi's got that Detroit, color scheme. Um, and we also have like a dark. We have dark colors too, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Um, but interesting. Why are the Birdos blue? They're like the same color as the light blue Yoshi that I like so much. That's really funny though. I really got like crossed up. Like I forgot like where my goal was for a second. Absolutely lost in the sauce. Damn. Okay. They're also a good start. That's a good start. Well, oh, wait, I am losing the plot right now. I thought we were down 2-0. What is wrong with me? I guess you could say like I'm just not locked in right now. But do I need to be locked in? With this, I kind of don't have to be. But it might be better if I am, or maybe not. Suck it, says Waluigi. Um, yeah, I don't know. I do think. Well, no, you know what? This is good. This is good actually, because I would not have this issue during the daytime. If I recorded during the daytime, I wouldn't have this problem. I know I wouldn't. So what does that mean? It means this is something to work on, a skill to work on. Being able to do this at night and carrying myself the same way I would during the day. Not carrying myself. That's not what I want to say. Um, I guess still have like the same energy or not energy. Can I bring the same quality at nighttime that I feel as though I do during the day? Can I do that? And I think I'm capable of it. Now I just got to prove it, right? So I think what that means is just being sharper at night. Now, how do I get sharper at night? Good question. I think it just comes down to. Did they say hat trick for Waluigi? I think it just comes down to. Hmm. I think it comes down to confidence. I and that applies to so many things in life too. But let's talk about the content creation space in regards to confidence. Um, I'm a big pro wrestling fan. There's a saying in wrestling where it's like, if, let's say you're a pro wrestler and you have a character, right? If you don't believe in your character and you don't believe in your gimmick, the audience will pick up on that. And then they won't believe in it, and then you got nothing going. Um, and I feel like the same thing. Content is very similar, right? Where it's like people will notice disingenuous content. Like, sure, not everyone's gonna pick it up, but like, if you're a big name, like people will pick up on that. So it's like, it really is important to like just to quote the Rick Pants song, you got to stay true to yourself because you don't want to be like the fool who ripped his pants. Um, but yeah, just having confidence in what you do, because we're all good at like very specific niche things, right? And you know what? Own it, own it, because you know why? Because it's yours. It's yours, and you deserve to own it. It's valid to own it. Regardless of what it is, video game or whatever. Own that shit. Own your weirdness. Own your quirks. Own your hobbies, your interests, your passions. So it makes you you. There's only one you. Well, unless you're like a junior or something, then it's technically more of you. You know what I'm saying? But like, you get what I'm saying. Uh, that was a stupid pass. That was not smart. See, I have no one to blame but myself. That was very not smart. But you know what? When you make a mistake, maybe it's important to be nicer to yourself. So you know what, Ray? You're not stupid. You made a mistake. It's fine. You learn from it and don't make it again. See? There you go. There's another little morsel of advice and wisdom. Be nice to yourself. More importantly, be fair to yourself. That's the big thing. Be fair to yourself. Because I think if you're fair to yourself, you can be fair to other people. Or at the very least, it makes it easier to do that. And I think I'm fair sometimes. I think sometimes I'm fair with myself. Like, listen, I'm my own biggest critic. And I think for a lot of us, that's how it goes. Like, we are our own biggest, harshest critic. Um, and I'm kind of trying to work on like rewiring how I process things and maybe not having like so much. I don't want to say negative self-talk, but more like maybe hey like less scolding and more grace. But at the same time, I don't want to be complacent and then like hand wave away every mistake that I make. Um, so it really is about finding the balance and understanding like hey like when to put pressure on myself and what not to. Um, when to be firm, when not to be. But through it all, the big thing is just being fair. I think that will. I think it's a good I think it's a good, healthy process. I think it's a fun process, and I think it will yield the best results in your personal lives. My take, not an educated one, just from personal experience. And listen, my anecdotes might not mean shit, but hey, maybe if someone relates to this and it helps them, fuck it. It was all worth it then. That's fine. Perfectly fine with that. That's what we do here at Dubious Mundo. We gonna uplift each other here. Whoa, look at the passing. Ah, they had the right idea what they were doing there, but the execution needed help. They had to like clear us out. They should have. I don't know what weapons they had at their disposal at the time, but they probably should have used weapons there. That would have helped. um, oh, easy. Oh, can I not? Wow, we bounced it right off the goalie, right off the dazed goalie. Okay, cut off that pass. Oh, that was a good use of the shell. I think Yoshi made a mistake in deking. Okay, will this make it? Let's see. Can we curve it? We can. I feel like while Luigi's done that like hella times this episode. Definitely more than once. This is his fourth goal too. but it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Um, I kind of wish they would make like Mario sports movies. My gut's telling me they wouldn't do well in the box office, so that's probably why they won't do it. But who knows? But that's just me coping because I really want a Mario Superstar Baseball movie, and I would love Jack Black to like be heavily featured in it because Bowser's like the best player in Mario Superstar Baseball. Um, Jack Black's cool, so 2 plus 2 equals 4 there. Good job, everybody. Goal number 6. I missed goal number 5, and I'm the one playing. um, am I spaced out or am I just super locked in? That's up for interpretation, as are many things. Um, what's not up for interpretation is that we're whooping that ass right now, and we're gonna keep it going. Foot on the gas pedal. Foot on the gas pedal. Take nothing for granted, folks. Nothing at all. Unless, like, you know what? But, like, don't be a dickhead and, like, you know, like, if you have kids that, like, play sports, like, don't be that asshole that, like, will treat a fucking Little League game like it's Game 7 of the fucking World Series. Don't do that. Don't ruin the fun for them. Because sports, first and foremost, are supposed to be fun. I don't care what anyone says. A lot's happening on my screen right now. Yeah, sure, fuck the replay. Birdo's on the ground, ball's in the air. My goalie's way out of place for some reason. Bowser's on the other side. Chaos, pure unadulterated chaos. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, yeah, don't ruin the fun of sports for kids. Let that happen naturally when they become adults. um, but no, but like as a kid, no, let them have fun. So like, what, your kid's not gonna be the next, you know, Shohei Ohtani? Wow, Shohei Ohtani, or the next Aaron Judge or whoever. But like, who cares? Let them have fun. Just let them have fun. Um, I'm having fun. Are y'all having fun? I hope so. Wow, there's a lot happening on the screen once again. Oh, here we go from here. Damn. Get there. Ah, the goalie. I like how you cannot touch the goalie. The goalie will fuck you up if you touch the goalie. I love that. I wish there was like a button though where like you could like, cause you know like in soccer, like if let's say you're down late in the game, you can have your goalie like come out of the net. I try to help score. I wish they had like a feature in this game like that, but I get it because like the pitch they use in these games are very very small in comparison to a real one, so might not have the room for that, which I totally understand. Still a great game regardless though. And if I'm not mistaken, this came out in '05. So this would have came out like around the time Mario Superstar Baseball, around the time Mario Superstar Baseball came out, and around the time Mario Party 7 came out. So yeah, Mario was doing it big in '05. Well, '04, '05, like that time frame. You could include '03 in that as well, I guess. I would say yeah, '03 to '05. Mario had a hell of a run, like you know, with the Mario Party games and the sports games. Great time to be a fan of Mario. Uh, right now, Yoshi and the Birdos are not a fan of me because we're winning by a lot and we're hitting them hard. Why did I throw bombs at my own teammate? That's not very nice. That was terrible on my part. I knew that was bad too. I still did it. Wow, I will take it. Well, it's not that I knew it was bad. It's that like, you know what? My reflexes were too short. What the fuck? My reflexes were too slow. Didn't process quickly enough. That's all right. Get there. Make it a 10-4. Make it a 10-4. We got it. 10-4. Waluigi wins. That's a 10-4. All right. Ooh, I want to see the standings. Let's see if Wario lost, we won the cup. So we're gonna look at the match highlights real quick and yada yada yada. Was this our most lopsided victory? I gotta check the tape. Look back. But nonetheless, this was a very solid victory. In this recording session, I've done 3 episodes in this session, and the first 2 won by 5 each, and here won by 6. So this was, I think, definitely my most dominant display of this series. But okay, let's see. Look at the stats. 22. Nice. Total hit 69. Nice. um. Yes. That's what I do. Wow. We had so many more shots than Yoshi. A lot of hits. That's a ton of hits. Way more steals. They had a super strike, and did we not have one? Oh, whatever. I mean, both had 10 perfect passes, so those are the stats. Let's see. Let's check the standings here. I want to see. I don't want to shortchange anybody here. Let's see. Wario took an L. Wario lost. So we have clinched. We have clinched the cup. Fan-freaking-tastic. So next episode, it's just it's. I mean, we're playing with house money. We're playing for keeps. Not even playing for keeps. We're keeping the damn cup. So we've won the Star Cup. That's fantastic. Next episode, we play Mario, wrap this up, and then we'll move on to the Bowser Cup at some point. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate the support, as always. And, yeah, have a good one. Take care, y'all. Peace.